Hello, this is Belinda. This is my third try to record this. I'm assuming the subjects that I had chosen were. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, I guess. So I looked into my phone, I've been taking notes. And I guess this is for anybody and everybody, but mostly the young. And it won't hurt for us to know it too. But, we're supposed to, one of the ends of this journey that we're on, a goal, is to learn to live right now at this moment. From our hearts. Feeling. I'm not saying our brain is great, just like Courtney says, it's a good tool. But we cannot live in our hearts. We have been in our minds. We've been programmed, it's like, don't follow your heart, you follow your heart, something, it's just going to lead you astray. Think about it, use your mind. The mind is a powerful tool. And yes it is. But then again, a tool. We are not supposed to exist only in our minds. Our minds, our ego was created to protect us so that we could survive in this planet so volatile. But things aren't the same anymore. Anything that's volatile and scary and super harmful is created by man. Wars and hatred, that's created by the opposition, the darkness, the demons, Satan, the devils, the parasites, the narcissistic people that want to just control, people that have all the money in the world and still want more. Greed. All of that is driven our existence to where we are now. And the reason why social media is hated and they're trying to demonize it is because we're all the children of the light. The children were awakening. We have been for a long time. But now it's more exponential. Our children that are getting lost because they're bombarded by all the stuff and crap we had been, but they don't know it yet. We've lived long enough to know and see the patterns that it's all crap. It's all bullshit. It's just controlling. All they do is lie to manipulate. But our children haven't lived that long to see that pattern. And it is up to us, grandparents, great-grandparents, even parents of the first generation of enlightened children. We cannot forget our babies. We cannot forget. At least give them a place where they can feel safe. And that unconditional love, what the hell happened that we lost? How to feel that? Hell, I remember in the 60s, I was too young to be involved in it, but I remember everybody, the flower children and, everybody love. Yes. You're still alive back then. Now that you remember that, if you were little, I remember it, and I was born in 1957. There was a lot of good things going on. It wasn't just the effing wars that were going on. But it's just a way to snuff us out. But we're still here. And we're still strong. And we're being flooded like hail with all these beautiful souls coming in to save our planet, to save humanity. And we were blessed to bring them into this world. We cannot abandon them. They're out there flailing, lost. That is your fault, not theirs, because we've been programmed so rigidly. 1, 2, 3, you got to grow up, you got to get a job, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to go in debt, everything. And that's how we lived. If you really look back in time in our history, you can see when it actually started. Nonetheless, that was the past. So here we are now, okay? July 7th, 2026. You're still here. So am I. I have grandchildren and nieces and nephews that are amazing. They're gifted from all spectrums. My children have always been gifted. It is up to us to stop being selfish to the degree that we abandon our kids because we don't understand them. We're not supposed to understand them. They're having problems understanding. When we used to have a problem or we didn't understand, we did research. We talked to each other. We tried to figure it out. And yeah, there was a lot of hidden and bullshit crap that, we didn't have what we have now. But hey, it's out there now. It's out there. All you got to do is ask. Ask. You have to have grace for your children. You don't have to understand them. They don't need you to understand them. They need to feel your love. That they're safe with you. No matter what, they got a home. They got someplace to go. And if it's not your personal child, there are children that need that. We used to have, I remember, you don't even hear it anymore. We used to have like the big brother, big sister movement. I don't know what happened to that. I don't know. Just because the governments and people in charge take away the money for it, doesn't mean that you can't. You can't still help a child. Children only want to feel the same thing we want now. It'll never change. We want to feel loved and we want to feel safe. Understood? Really? That's a gimmick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you understand. When you really love someone, you don't have to understand them. All you got to do is love them. And hey, they are the way they are. It's like, you are you, I am me. I still love you. I still love you. And that's going to take a lot of these gifted children to be able to flourish even more and do what they're supposed to do here. They're not supposed to go out and get regular jobs. That's why all of this stuff is happening where robots and automation, robots, people, that kind of stuff has been going on since the Industrial Revolution. But it was meant to be. Because that way, if we're busy, and our minds are just like, we got to survive, we got to do this, we got to do that, I need, all this busyness, we can't stop and start feeling our souls and remembering, that we are one with the universe. We are God. We are but a drop, a fractal, but we're still there. We are connected. All of that beautiful, magical, esoteric, scientific knowledge, dimensions, quantum physics. If we had to toil the soil all the time, we wouldn't have time for that. Come home exhausted. But that's what they want. That's what the devil, Satan, demons, narcissists, predators, all that kind of stuff. That's what they want you to do. They want you to go out and work your brains off or your hands off or whatever and come home exhausted where you can't even think. You watch the news, but it's like, you think you get on those social medias and you're bombarded with all of this stuff, algorithm. If, you go on there, because I've tested it, and you do not watch garbage, negative stuff, they say garbage in, garbage out. Negative stuff, if you choose just positives. I'm not saying you got to talk and have a bunch of religious stuff. But how about some funny stuff? How about some Good Samaritans? Just things that aren't just feeding us with fear. Hell, commercials, infomercials, they feed us with fear. That's how they sell us stuff. Children. You are loved. If you don't have a parent or a grandparent for whatever reason, and God or a higher power isn't sufficient because you need that physical touch, understood? Yes. Well, if you want to get out of your rut, you need to start raising your vibrations. And if you're a star child, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you've forgotten, then disconnect from the collective so that you don't have all this garbage going into your brain. Start there, like I said in the other video. And grandparents and parents, do your job. You also were here. You were also chose to come down here for a purpose. And it just wasn't to have sex and pop out these wonderful kids. You're supposed to guide them. How do you guide them? With love and understanding. Understand that you don't have to understand them. Just be there for them. They will grow on their own. And fly away. But our society, especially here in America, we want to push our kids out by the time, they graduate from high school. And if they don't like high school and they don't go, then we'd like, well, get the hell out, go get a job. Because it's not really, we were programmed that way. So we need to stop, we need to deprogram ourselves. So please, love your grandchildren. Just show them that you love. You love them no matter what. No matter. A hug. Physical. We need the touch. We're humans. We need physical touch. We wither like flowers without water, without sunlight. Even the ones that annoy you, you can still muster that love. Remember when they were born. Whatever. We got to bring out that love, baby. We do. We got a lot of children out there lost in the woods, and it's our fault. It's our fault. And a lot of them don't even have grandparents anymore, or their parents, because of all the shit that's going on in this world. So adopt. Not safe technically, but adopt them. You see a child smile. You know? Kindness ripples. And, you know, they may not smile back at first because they're not used to it, which is sad. You have a lot of wisdom. And we need that wisdom. We need your esoteric wisdom. Religious, flower children, esoteric, Wiccan, tree huggers. We need all of your wisdom because we all channel. We're all channels. Where do you think we get our information from? Not just the collective. Who gives it? It starts there. We just, our filters warp it. That's why don't listen, because what somebody else is supposed to be doing doesn't necessarily mean that you're supposed to be doing it. You have your own gifts. You have your own beauty, your own energy unique to you. So if you want to get on social media, go have fun. That's the thing. Whatever makes you happy, fun, makes you happy, makes you want to dance, puts a song in your heart, do it. Now don't be stupid and say, oh, well, again, I have to say it. If it hurts something or somebody, then it is not from God, it's not from the universe, it's not love. You know, back in the day, they even had the cartoons where they would show a devil on one side and an angel on the other side. Yes. The ego and the heart. Doesn't have to be a devil or angel if that's not good enough, if that's like, no. The ego and the heart. Stop using this. Use this. How? Start to feel. Remember what made you happy. Focus on that. When shit hits a fan in your life or you feel a little lost, all you gotta do is at that moment, just remember whatever it is. If you see, go out in the woods, it makes you happy. Beautiful flowers blooming, put a smile on my face. Music. I listen to music all the time to get my spirits lifted. Do that all the time. Because the more you are happy, the more you're in your heart, and happy things will happen. It's automatic. It's the name of the game. Which I'm going to talk about that in my next video, hopefully. I don't know. It's up to I channel a higher power, the light, and it speaks through me, through my filter. So I may want to talk. Thought I was going to talk about video games and compare it to now. Use it as an analogy to try to help somebody. But nope, this is it right here. Nanas and tatas, lalas and tatas, and all the other beautiful names for grandparents. Let's bring back love, and it's okay not to understand the younger generation. The more you feel love, the happier you're gonna be. Feel love right now. Make it a habit. Happy, love. And you're gonna be amazed how wonderful your world is going to change. Because you're feeling happiness and love, you're creating your future with happiness and love. Don't think about anything else. God knows. The universe knows what we want, what we desire, what we deserve, what we've been asking for. So forget about that. Forget about the future. Forget about the past. The past. We effed up. That's the past. What counts is right now, this minute. And even just when I started the video, it's history, it's past. It'll be for your now when you start listening to it. But focus on right now, what's happening around you. Enjoy, look around, and just look at the beauty. Even you look, oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like the color of that wall. Whatever. Start baby steps if we have to. And I know there's a lot of powerful baby boomers. Excuse me, stuttered. Powerful baby boomers. Come out. It is safe now. I'm going to put a link again in this video to a place that's amazing. You learn to open up and have fun again in safety. Don't you want your last days here on earth to be pleasant? No matter what your physical or situation is? No matter what your living situation is? No. It'll change too. Just be happy. Tired. Aren't you tired? Being sad, being afraid, hiding what you really feel inside, because for so long we were told not to feel. Shut up. That's the devil. Love, baby. It is really, as stupid and silly as that is. That is the key, the answer to the universe, however you want to put it. Everything else is just keeping us busy, because some people want to, I gotta know why, I gotta know how it works, that's the opposition, putting that shit in your brain, that you gotta, this has meaning, all of this is important. How did existence get created? How old is our planet? What's under the earth? What's under the water? It's just keeping us occupied. There comes a time when you gotta stop. That's not important. That is busy, busy, busy. That's keeping your mind busy. Yes, it was necessary. Yes, because that's how we were creating. That was the third dimension. That was basically the name of the game. Things were being created mentally with a little bit of feelings, devotion, and things like that. And plus we were getting downloads from other sources to bring advancements so that it could help us not get so busy and kind of look around and look up and search inside. But we're not. We are like stretched. Our reality is from third dimension and we're pulling into the fifth dimension. It's not the same. We don't need those busy hands and brains. Remember, we always said the mind was a powerful tool. It can make you sick. You can literally think yourself sick. You can get so anxious that your whole body reacts and you get sick and you'll die. Or you wish you were dead. Well, our heart is even stronger and better because you're not going to get sick from it because it's all love. You can't even work your heart if you use it as a tool. You can't even really wield it without love. Unconditional love. And that is how you can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want without harming a single thing. Yeah. I used to always hear that, do whatever you want as long as you don't hurt anybody. Well, how the hell are you supposed to do that? I used to think, I want this, but wait a minute, it's impossible. So I think, how do you do that? Well, again, they left out a very important ingredient, the heart. The heart. The indigenous peoples knew this, and it took Drumalo Melchizedek in the 90s, all the studying of all going around the world and studying under all these masters and indigenous tribes, and he was able to figure it out and bring it to the modern time, so it didn't take 40 years or more or lifetimes to be able to do it, to get in there. And now, since we're already in 5D, we're stretched, we're in both right now. And so it's a lot easier. You don't have to do it that way anymore. I still do it because I'm used to it. And now I'm getting used to doing it the new way, which is with intention. Just wanting it. Just feeling it and wanting it and working it and just doing it. I'm not saying it's easy. But if the desire is there, and we need you, we need all of you star children, and we need all of you baby boomers. We need everybody to come back into the love. Kick that opposition's ass. We're still here. They've been trying to muzzle us. They've been lying to us. They make fun of us. They demonize us. They turn people against us. They crucify us. They kill us. They hunt us down. They shut us up. But we're still here. And we got to gather all of our ducklings. We got to gather everybody. The more we can gather together, because in numbers, it's power. And I have been so blessed. And I can hear it in a lot of celebrities. I can hear the terms that they use, the phrases that they use. Even some of our politicians, it's like, it's there. It's there. I hear it in YouTubers. I hear it. I hear the terms that they use. They're talking about the heart. They're talking about love. They're talking about manifestation, feelings. They're talking about now. They're talking about living in the now. Co-creating your existence from living in your heart right now. Focusing on the now. Don't look in the past. It's always there. Memories. We do have our memories. But you don't focus it. It doesn't rule you anymore. Because that's what they want. Satan, the devil, the jinn, whatever the names they put on there. They want you to live in the past and the fear because that's how they exist. They don't want to die, you know. They got to go get food somewhere else. There's plenty of evil out there that they can feed on each other. They're not going to. No more here. No more here. So what do you say? You going to join us? You know, you can just ask for help or say you want and get on social media and look around. Just feel with your heart. You'll know it's true. We're all in different stages in our journey. Have patience and grace with everybody you meet because we're all traveling in the same direction. It's just some people are lower, slower, lower, whatever. It doesn't matter. They're vibrating in different. We vibrate different, you know, depending on our frame of mind and heart. We're higher or lower, higher or lower. We're fluctuating. If you want a mate or friends that'll uplift you, then you need to uplift yourself first. You're only going to attract what you put out. Whatever your moods are, whatever your emotions are, and definitely whatever your thoughts are, you're going to attract that. You got to change. That's why they always say you want to help somebody or you need to change yourself. You need to find, I remember saying, I gotta go away. I need to find myself. People would leave because they're so confused. So they would take off into the woods or to nature to try to find themselves. And that was a real thing. And the reason why nature helped so much when they go out in the mountains is because there's less people. It's harder to get bombarded by all that garbage when you're out there by yourself. It's like, you live in a city, holy mother of God. That might as well be the, what do you call it, out there in the rainforest and the Serengeti, like that is where all the predators are. And that's where all the ruckus is. So let alone, like, I don't know, San Diego has what, I don't know, gosh, I don't even know how much San Diego has. We got millions. Well, California has 42 million people. And San Diego, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. It has a couple of million at least. I know Chula Vista has like 300, or it did have 300,000 just in Chula Vista. And it's grown since I looked it up. La Mesa has like 42,000, but it's a lot of people, and we're right in the middle of it. And then, let alone, our personal space or aura can be up to 75 feet around. Isn't that crazy? So your neighbor is touching You live in an apartment complex, even though there's a wall between, energy goes through walls. So think about that. Then when you go to Walmart, or you go to Macy's, or you go to amusement parks, you go to the beach, man, everybody is just touching each other. Let alone you don't touch physically, but they're all around you. And that's why when you come home, you're exhausted. There was a thing, it was really good. They said you should take a shower when you come home. They used to always say that. Yeah, you go to work, you're tired, take a shower, go home, you feel a lot better, you rest better. They never told you why, but I would always hear that. Well, hell, it's because of what I was just talking about. Our auras, our energy, we're like little magnets. We pick up garbage, we pick up energy from other people, especially negative stuff, but even good stuff we pick up. So by the time we come home, oh my goodness, we're dragging all of this stuff that doesn't even belong to us with us. And if we don't get rid of it, it's just our bodies, our auras, we're going to process it into it until it probably becomes ours. And it wasn't even ours to begin with. That's why water, which we're mostly water, especially salt water, but a shower. Take a shower with the intentions consciously, which it works when you just taking a shower. But if you put the thought and the feeling, like, cleanse my bodies. You don't have to say go into detail, just bodies. Just thank you. Get rid of all the garbage I've probably picked up that's not mine. And just fill the water and all that crap just running down the drain. Any water will do it. A swimming pool, salt water. Salt water is really good. I use it when I do my energy healing, the Kalingni. I've got to cleanse any discordant energy from my hands so that I don't absorb it. So, yes. That would be number 2, I guess. Or 3. But number 1, disconnect from the collective. Number 2, positive feelings, whatever it takes, music, outdoors, pictures, whatever makes you happy, getting on the internet, getting on to seeing kitties being dumb, whatever, cuties, a loved one, a baby. It doesn't matter. Whatever makes you happy. Number 2. Number 3, take your showers with the intention of cleansing your bodies, not just your physical. And if for whatever reason you can't get to a shower or a bath because you're homeless, take a spiritual bath. It really does work. Or lay on the ground and have that energy. Time for me to go. Bye.